Yes, I'm getting ready to head to Augusta'S first Gay Pride Parade. I'm not going to protest or participate. I'm going to observe a community of people that the church has ignored, that the church has shunned for far too long. I hope that this time immersed in the event, will help me grow as a Christian and as a minister. There have been no permits of protest permitted, so if anyone protests, church or otherwise, it is illegal. Over 65 vendors have been approved for the event, and it's an all-day affair. Parade, concert, party, all kind of stuff. So let's find out what happened.
Well, apparently it was the world's shortest parade ever. I got here, it was already over, but as you see behind me, I found all the vendors, and there's an occasional drive-by fire truck, golf cart with support. So we're going to investigate a little bit further, and maybe we'll even talk to a few people.
We're the focus group. I'm the chairman of it, of MCC, of Five Redeemer, and our primary function in the church is social stuff, parties, cover dishes after the church, entertainment, and we're raising money now for our annual Christmas party that we put on, and that's where all the funds from this are going to go to. We have a church that's gay friendly. We have gay, straight, transgender, lesbian. So we have a diverse group of people in one church.
Do you do anything in the community for the community?
We have an outreach program in our church that does, and they work with Ryan White Group. They work with Habitat for Humanity. We work with Downtown Cooperative Ministries. So we try to stay active.
My name is Elkie Kennedy, and I am from Greenville, South Carolina. My son Sean Kennedy was leaving a bar in May 16, 2007, when there were three people waited outside in a car for him. They asked him for a cigarette, and when Sean was walking away, the guy in the back seat got out of the car, walked around the car, and punched Sean, called him a faggot, and then punched him so hard that it shattered his facial bones and separated his brain from his brainstem. Sean was pronounced brain dead 17 hours later. His murderer was only charged with involuntary manslaughter, considered nonviolence, and served less than 12 months. I decided within 2 days after this happened that I have to do something to make something positive come out of this tragedy, because otherwise it would kill me. So we decided that we were going to fight for equality, and we were going to fight for the gay community. But we didn't realize all the work that we had that was out there to be done. So we have evolved over the last 3 years to have this educational panel that's behind you. We have traveled 95,000 miles across the country, across the Southeast. I speak at churches, I speak at schools, I speak at pride events and other civil events to get the message out. And the message is that we have our laws but do not protect everybody equally. And the other thing is hatred, violence, bullying, and religious bigotry leads to beatings, suicide, and murder, just like my son Sean. So we have to educate people to embrace diversity and stand up and say enough is enough.
How do you feel? Your husband shared with me concerning the funeral. They canceled it and then they rescheduled. How do you feel about the church in general, looking back?
Well, you know what? Looking back, at first I was very upset what had happened. We had been at that church for 4 years. I even got baptized in that church the year before. So at first I was very upset. But I realized very quickly that I didn't need the church. I had God in my heart, and that faith is what keeps me going. But unfortunately, there's many more churches like that don't talk to people that support the gay community or that are gay. So I don't want to belong to a church that is like that. But we also need to educate the church. The problem is that there's probably a lot of people in these churches that would probably not feel that way, but they listen to their pastor. you know. And if they would hear some of the things that I've heard, if they would hear some of the stories that I've been told of the thousands and thousands of kids that I've adopted over these last 3 years, the horror stories, parents throwing their children away because they're gay. I don't think any mother, I don't know why a mother can tell their child to leave. It's beyond me. I'd like to get all of those mothers in a room and tell them, are you crazy? You can get a phone call like I did at 4:30 in the morning and tell you that something has happened to your child, and you never have a chance to tell your child, I love you anymore. I would give my life to have Sean back. And there are parents out there that disowned their children 30 years ago. Okay? But they found a new mom. I've become their second mom. And that's why I've got a very, very big family right now. And I'm thrilled.
About to head home, process, mill over, post some pictures, put up this video. A lot to think about. It makes a difference when you engage people, when you meet them where they are, instead of telling them to come where you are, instead of keeping them at arm's length because you don't understand or you don't support, you don't believe like they do. It's just a lot to think about. Where would Christ be? Would he come here? Would he talk to the people? Would he shake the hands? Would he listen to the stories? Would he preach from the stage? Would he rain down fire and brimstone? I don't know. I'm not Christ. But I know that he would love. I know that he would love people. I know that he would heal their hurts. He would cry with them. He would tell them that he died for them, no matter what. Just a little food for thought.